Okay, so we got to do our, I think this is going to be our last review for exam three. And here we go. The white paper, pencil. Let's get the thing down. We might even not even all need all this paper, but why not? Just as a precaution, let's get it down. Okay. Let's put up the title. Mat 105, exam 3. Exam 3 review. And this one is F. Okay, should be our last one. Problem number one for this particular piece of paper looks like this. First of all, go see video 38. It talks about synthetic division. That's what the topic is there, synthetic division. Okay, it does a job of telling you how, but I want to show you an example of what it might look like on the exam. Do not get flustered. So let's do an example. Not necessarily doing everything, but I just want to show you what it looks like. So let's say they ask you to do this. Minus 8 x to the fourth plus 24x cubed, okay, plus 36x squared, 36x squared, minus 28x. Okay, so there's no holds here, so there's nothing, you don't have to put a 0 in as a placeholder because they're all represented. It goes down from 4 to 3 to 2, and they didn't play any tricks on us and put it in a different order where they didn't scramble it and force us to change, put it back in the right order. Okay, plus 48, and what do they want it divided by? X minus 4. Okay, let's say that's the example. Here's what you can expect it to look like on your paper, right? We didn't do exactly the way they look, the way it looks like. Close, but not. So I want to show you what they would do. They would say, okay, line up. We did this too, but not exactly looking like this. So I want to show you what it looks like to them. Okay, take the negative 8, followed by 24, followed by 36, followed by negative 28, followed by 48. That's how it looks. And put x minus 4. You don't want the negative 4. All of that is we learned with our synthetic division video. And put the 4 there. Then they didn't do that L shape that I'm used to from other books or whatever. They have it looks a little different on them. They have a box here waiting for you to put in stuff. Hold on. I think you'll get the gist of what this looks like. Make sure to see V38 before you see this. And you'll know exactly what we're talking about. And then they have boxes underneath. That's instead of my L, that's how they set it up. That's how the software sets it up. So let me show you how to get started. I don't need to show you how to do synthetic division. You can go to V38 for that, but I can show you how to get started. Remember what happened is that what we had to do is we brought down the negative 8. That's how you get started. Brought down the negative 8, and then 4 times negative 8 is negative 32. And that's how you would get these boxes going. Then you would do 24 negative 32, and then you would multiply that by 4, exactly like we showed you with synthetic division. Okay, so I wanted just to give you a heads up on what it looks like. Now, important. What do they want it to look like at the end? Let's say the answer is 2x squared, just by way of example, let's say the answer is 2x cubed, plus, I'm just making it, let's make it up, plus 5x minus 7. And then there's a remainder. So let's say the remainder is 4. So what they expect you to do is do plus 4, right? So you get yourself a quotient. Then you do plus 4 over the original x minus 4. So they want they did. Let's make this a little bit better, a little bit more realistic. Let's say it looks like this: minus 7x plus 6, and then they want the remainder 4 to be underneath that original x minus 4. And that's how they expect the answer to look like, together with the remainder, and the remainder has, underneath the remainder, you put the original x minus 4. Okay, that's important. Okay, now, Let's move the paper again. Let's move the paper again. Okay. Here's point number 2. Point number 2. Problem number 2. Point number 2. And it's pretty short. And it's related to what we just did. Number 2. Go see video 37. And you'll learn over there about long division. Go see long division. Right? So very important. Go see video 37, long division. And how would their answer, well, how would they want their answer set up? This is how they important. By way of example, they want their answer set up this way, right? For number 1. Answer set up this way. The same thing when they want their answer with long division, they want the setup to be this way. The quotient, it's called the quotient. The fancy name for this is called the quotient. It's called the quotient. And then the remainder over the original thing that you were dividing by. Over, let's say it's x minus 4 again. Over x minus 4. Right? That's how they want the setup. So that's why I'm giving you a heads up of the setup. Don't get confused when you get there. Okay, we've got one more thing to put on this video. Number 3, let me get this paper up again. Okay, problem number 3. And we will be finished. That's it for the videos. We'll be, if you look at all the videos that I told you to look at, which are a lot, and you do this review videos, this is our 6th one, you will be hopefully quite well prepared for the test. Okay, here's the last thing on this video. What if you get p of x, right, polynomial, is equal to x4 minus x3 minus 11x squared plus 11x. Don't forget, if they scramble it, put it in order. They can play a trick on you. If they scramble it, put it in order, descending order, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the constant. And here's the question they ask. Is x minus 3 a factor of this polynomial of p of x? Of p of x. This is called p of x. So it's this polynomial. Is x minus 3 a factor of it? Okay, because what then you'll see like this. If they ask this question, they'll want you to plug in a number and go find that number. Go find that number. They're going to plug in a number. They'll have a question mark over here, but I need this space, so I'm putting it over here. They want you. What number do they want you to plug in, and how are you going to go find out whether it's a factor or not? Here's how you do it. You don't plug in a -3. You plug in a 3. Plug in 3. This is what you got to do. Plug in 3. What does plug in 3 mean? Every time you see x, turn it into a 3. So this becomes 3 to the 4th power. It's positive, so I don't need to put in parentheses. Minus, what's this going to turn into? This is x to the 3rd, so it's going to be 3 to the 3rd power. Minus 11, x to the 2nd is going to be 3 to the 2nd power. It's not a negative number, so I don't always need parentheses. Here I do. Plus 11 times what's x? It's going to be 3. So plug in, wherever you see x, plug in 3. Plus 12. Okay, where does that get us? That gets us that 3 to the 4th power is 81. 3 to the 3rd power is 27, so it's minus 27. 3 to the 2nd power is 9, and 9 times negative 11 is negative 99. 11 times 3 is positive 33, plus 12. All right, add up all the positive numbers. Positive 81 and 33 is going to be 114. 114 and 12 is 126, right? Now add up the negative numbers. Negative 27 and negative 99 is going to be negative 126, and you get 0. If you get a 0, then you say yes. That's what you get. So you stuck in 3. You stuck in 3 in there. That's what you stuck in, and you got yourselves a 0. So what's the answer? You answer yes. X minus 3 is a factor. If you don't get a 0, forget it. It's not a factor. But if you get a 0, then x minus 3 is a factor of p of x of the polynomial. And that ends this video, and then we're finished. We're ready. We've done all the reviews that we're going to do for exam 3.